Welcome to another episode of the Brandon Rowe Show. I am your host, Brandon Rowe, and we got a jam-packed show today. We're going to get into the college football playoffs. We're going to get into the NFL playoffs. We're going to get into the Cowboys Suck again. We're going to get into the MVP race. We're going to get into Joy Taylor and the whole FS1 Fiasco. And we got to get into the song that's sweeping the nation. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, we got to talk about Gelo, but let's go ahead and get into it. Let's kick the show off with Notre Dame versus Penn State. Tonight they play in the Orange Bowl. So I am looking for which way am I gonna go in this one? I just think that Jeremiah Love and Riley Leonard are gonna be a little too much. I'm looking for Notre Dame to go ahead and win this game. I love their coaching, Marcus Freeman. That that coaching dynamic is gonna be one to really watch out for because James Franklin, the coach for Penn State, is like 4-19 against ranked opponents in the top 10 or some shit like that. So I think that Marcus Freeman and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are going to pull off this game. It's really gonna come down to, like I said, Jeremiah Love, like, man, he is toting that thing, I think that their defense gets a lot of turnovers, and if they're able to create those turnovers, I don't see them losing this game. Now, speaking of turnovers, though, Drew Allar for Penn State, he's a little too conservative. Like he don't turn over the ball much, but he's a little too conservative. So he won't be, taking a lot of risk and things like that. So I just think that if Notre Dame can get out, punch him in the mouth with that running game, I think that they win this game. So I'm taking Notre Dame in the Orange Bowl. All right, next up, tomorrow night, we got Texas versus Ohio State. Now, it's crazy that the SEC is supposed to be, the powerhouse of the Power Five conferences, blah, 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 blah. But we got two representatives of the Big Ten that's in the Final Four, which is a little crazy. But so Texas being the sole representative of the SEC, listen, y'all know I am hook 'em to my core. But man, if I'm being honest, them boys on upset alert, man. And it's crazy that it's not even really upset alert because they are actually the underdogs in this. I think that Ohio State is like 6-point favorites to beat them tomorrow night. So I'm gonna have to, man, fuck it, man. Have some courage of your convictions, man. I'm going with Texas. Fuck it. I'm going with Texas. I need them to put together 60 minutes of fucking football. That's what I need them to do, okay? Like, they have shown us glimpses of what they can do. They came out against Arizona State, boom, boom, right up 14-0, like real quick. And then they just take their foot off the fucking pedal. Like, bro, like that game really should have been a blowout. And there's no reason, and I'm so glad that they won, bro. I was so glad that they fucking won because if I had to hear the name Scatterboo one more fucking time, I was gonna punch my fucking TV, bro. Like, it's like they wanted us to memorize this nigga's name or something. Like, every single moment, are they gonna go to Scatterboo? What is Scatterboo gonna do? Oh, Scatterboo throws. Oh, Scatterboo with the goddamn fam. Like, shit, I'm sick of this nigga, man. So I'm glad they was able to put him to fucking bed. So listen, man, it's unfortunate, man. Like, just the way that Texas decides to play. And I don't know why the teams that I'm a fucking fan of act like this. The Cowboys the same fucking way. Like they can beat up on all the tomato cans in the world, but when it come time to, you know what I'm saying, like really flex on what they can do and show it consistently, game in, game out, throughout the whole schedule, the whole season, like I don't know what fucking mental conniption these teams got, but like Sark gonna have to get these boys ready to play 60 minutes of football because Ohio State ain't no hoes, all right? So and then so this is the craziest thing. Like Ohio State's defense is gonna really be an issue for Texas. We are gonna have to be able to run the ball. We haven't been able, we was not able to run the ball against Arizona State. We're gonna have to be able to run the ball with Quintravian Wisner and Jaden Blue. Like we're just gonna have to, okay? Big Q, my guy, Big Q, Big Ewers, Big Q. Hey man, you're gonna have to protect that ball, man. You're gonna have to protect that ball, man. You can't throw it in harm's way, bruh. You gonna have to protect that ball, man. So it's really gonna come down to us being able to control the clock, running the ball, and limiting them turnovers. Because if we turn the ball over, oh, and the biggest thing is we gonna have to get 7. Okay, we have to get 7. We cannot settle for 3 against Ohio State. We can't, because guess who's getting the fucking ball? Jeremiah Smith. He is going to get the ball, and he is the best player on the field. Okay. So between him and Will Howard, you know, Will Howard can be had, man. He really can. But if we not getting no pressure on him, and I think Texas front 7 is probably the best in college football. So you know what? Fuck it, man. Give me Texas. Like I said, give me Texas. But Q, you're gonna have to play a clean game, and defense is gonna have to show up and be able to shut down Jeremiah Smith and them boys, fucking Henderson and Judkins. Y'all got a tall task, and y'all gonna have to do it for 60 fucking minutes. You're gonna have to. There's no other way that you win this game if you don't. But I will say the winner of this game is gonna win the Natty. Okay. So I'm going with Texas, and I'm also going with Texas to win the Natty. Hook 'em against Notre Dame. All right. So in more uh disappointing news, not more disappointing news, but to go on a disappointing note, let's say, we got to talk the fucking NFL and my sorry ass Cowboys. Okay. I knew that they were gonna suck from the beginning, okay? Like if you've seen episode 1, you know how I already feel. But if you haven't, let me sum you up. I knew that we were gonna suck when we made no moves in the off season. Okay, we made 0 moves in the off season. We lined up Rico Dowdle, who actually had a decent season. So let me, not be so hard on Rico. Who and fucking Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke is my favorite quarterback. I mean, favorite quarterback. My favorite Cowboy. I love Zeke, but it's over. Okay. At least him being who he was. Now, yeah, he could be a veteran guy, that coaches up these young boys, and still be able to produce, to help out a team. I think he just got picked up by the Chargers or something like that for their playoff push, which is cool. He's good for all of that, but obviously, is he Zeke of 2016? No, not nowhere close. Which is crazy when you think about what Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley is doing. But he got his money, and like I said, he's still one of my favorite Cowboys of all time. So, blessings to him. But I just knew that when we didn't do anything at the running back position, when we took forever to sign CD, when we took forever to sign Dak, that this was not going to be a good season, and we signed Mike fucking Zimmer as our defensive coordinator. Get him the fuck out of here, dog. So yeah, I figured that this was not gonna be a good season. And then on top of that, Dak gets hurt. And it's just a shit show, from top to bottom. Micah is, making more noise on his podcast than he's doing on the field. It's just a mess, man. It's just a fucking mess. But somehow, some way, we end up with 8 fucking wins and end up third in the division because the Giants just fucking suck. I guess it could be worse. I could be a Giants fan. So, you know they really just bother me, man. Like, they bother the shit out of me because Jerry Jones, like, just loves pissing on us and telling us that it's raining. Like, oh, I'm all in. No, the fuck you're not. No, you're not. You're not all in, because I can tell by the moves that you make. It's hard for somebody's words and their actions not to match up. So either you are what you say or you are what you do, and you most of the time are what you do. And we know that he is not. He doesn't care about winning football games. He cares about making money. He cares about stealing headlines. That's the reason why he takes forever to sign Dak. That's the reason why he takes forever to sign CD, because every day he wants sports radio and these sports shows and these sports pundits and these sports writers to be, oh, is Dak gonna come back, or are they gonna draft Shador, or are they gonna what are they gonna do with CD Lamb? Like, fam, he's gonna sign him. Like, I knew this the whole time. Like, stop playing with us, bro. Like, do yourself a favor and just sign these people when it's time to sign them. Like, you end up overpaying, not necessarily overpaying, but the market value is just gonna go up the longer you wait. That's just the way it goes. Like, when Justin Jefferson got his money, I was like, bro, like, let's stop playing this game. CD gonna get like $1 million or two less than Justin Jefferson, and we gonna roll. Like, dog, like, just stop fucking playing. Like, let's just cut the bullshit. And so I just feel like we gotta get rid of Mike Zimmer. We gotta get rid of Mike McCarthy. But unfortunately, somehow we end up with 8 wins, and Mike McCarthy might fucking be back. He might. Like, I don't understand why they decided to just turn it on at the end of the season. I don't fucking get it. But somehow, some way, they did. And the defense actually started playing with some heart under Mike Zimmer. So I don't fucking know, man. But get them all out of here. Get them the fuck out of here. The Bears want to talk to Mike McCarthy. Great. You know what? Have them. Please have them. Who I think we should get for coach next year. Actually, it's crazy because both of them come from the Lions. I'll take Ben Johnson, their offensive coordinator, and I'll take Aaron Glenn, their defensive coordinator. And I think that we should make Al Harris our defensive coordinator. But let's not talk about the losers so much, and let's move over to the winners, and let's shift into wild card weekend predictions. In the NFC, we got the Eagles versus the Packers. We got the Bucks versus Commanders, and we got the Rams versus the Vikings. Let's start with the Bucks and Commanders. Man, like, it's crazy to see how energized the Commanders are after really just getting Dan Quinn, not just getting, because they really revamped their whole coaching staff, and a new look to their roster. So, but getting Dan Quinn, getting Cliff Kingsbury, and Jaden fucking Daniels, bro, like, who to thunk it? Like, and that's not a knock against him. The craziest part is, like, I knew who Jaden Daniels was, but I ain't know who Jaden Daniels was. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm super proud of him. Very excited to see what he does over the next few years. If he keeps playing like this, he's definitely gonna be in that Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen type conversation. And I love to see that. And with that being said, the Bucks though, like Baker Mayfield, like he's had a resurgence in his career. Them being able to tote that rock, man. This gonna be a good game, but I am gonna go with the Commanders. I'm gonna look for the Commanders to get a good playoff win in the first time in a long time. I'm gonna go with the Commanders. Next up, let's go to the Rams and Vikings. So Sam Darnold did not play that well against the Lions, okay? Just the whole team didn't play that well against the Lions. They went for it they could get to the red zone all day. They was in the red zone a few times and just could not punch it in. They going for it. They looking desperate because they know that the Lions are going to be able to put up points, and they had to be able to match that, and they just couldn't. I don't know if Sam Darnold is turning back into a pumpkin. He is Sam Darnold at the end of the day. I don't know, but they got to get it together. And the Rams are a sneaky good team. Puka and them being able to run the ball and that defense. Um, uh, I look for Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Aaron Jones to get back on track. I look for them to get back on track and bounce back and beat the shit out of the Rams. Is really what I'm hoping. And there's no knock to anybody, and I'm really being tongue in cheek when I say this, but like I'm sick of fucking Sean McVay. I'm sick of his smug ass face. I'm sick of his beard. I'm sick of his short ass. I'm just sick of that motherfucker. Now I actually like Sean McVay, but he's just one of them that like he just always around. Like he just finding a way to win. He's a lot like he's a lot like the Steelers coach, man. He just always fucking around. Like, god damn, like you don't never want to lose shit. Like, god damn, how you always just in the mix? But nah, shout out to Sean McVay and the Rams, man. But I am looking for the Vikings to win that game. All right. Now, I'm gonna say this. Eagles on upset alert, man. The Eagles are on upset alert. They are on upset alert. Okay. I don't know where the fuck. I don't know if Saquon Barkley is sipping some of Michael's secret stuff, or he training with LeBron, or he went and talked to Vanessa Bryant and found out like the blood transfusions and shit that Kobe was doing. I don't know. But this man is on a fucking terror. And Saquon, I've all like, so let me just be clear in my position. Never really liked Saquon, okay? Um, he got fucking calves the size of my fucking house. But I never really liked Saquon because everybody tried to put Zeke versus Saquon, right? Now, listen, in their primes, I'm still taking Zeke all day. Now, somehow Saquon then extended his prime. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but whatever it is, if he drinking vampire juice, I don't know what the fuck he doing, or he didn't went talk to Tom Brady, he eating the avocado ice cream. I don't know what the fuck he doing, but whatever he doing, the shit is working. And so my problem with Saquon was always that they always wanted to say that he was better than Zeke, and in my opinion, Zeke was a better every down runner, right? Like what Zeke is gonna be consistent, and he gonna tote that thing. My problem with Saquon was this fool would end up, he'll have one a run for 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, -2 yards, 1 yard, 5 yards, 6 yards, then bust for 73, and then it looked like 20 rushes, 143 yards. Like, no, like if it wasn't for that 73 yard, like he wouldn't. And then other games is gonna be, 20 carries for 43 yards. Like he counted on the home run ball every time, like those type of runs. And in my opinion, that's not sustainable. But then I think back, like he was playing for the Giants. So what if he had this type of O line that he got in Philadelphia this whole time? That's a scary fucking thought. So with that being said, though, Jalen Hurts, hey man, you got to get a little more consistent, brother. And I hope I think he had like a hand issue or like a finger issue or some shit. Um, but I honestly think that they're on upset alert. I think they're on upset alert. Um, I'm not gonna pick the Packers, but them boys playing some good football. Them boys is playing some good football. And wouldn't it just be so sweet if the Packers put them out in the first round like they did the Cowboys last year? Fuck it, we going with the Packers, man. Fuck it, we going with the Packers, man. Cause fuck the Eagles, man. I hate the Eagles. I hate Richie Fontaine. I hate Desi Brown. I hate Gilly the Kid. I hate Corey Middleton and his fucking Corey's Corner. I hate all you motherfucking Eagles fans. Fuck all y'all. I'm going with the Packers, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Pack. I'm going with the fucking Packers, man. Fuck the Eagles, man. I hate the Eagles, man. Cowboys star gang till I motherfucking die. Fuck them hoes. All right. Um, let's switch gears to the AFC. So in the AFC, we got the Chargers versus Texans. We got the Steelers versus the Ravens, and we got the Broncos versus the Bills. Let's start with the Steelers and Ravens. I'm going Ravens all day. I think they're actually one of the best teams in the league, especially in all three phases of the game. Let's just two phases of the game. Offense and defense, I think they have one of the best offenses in the fucking league. Lamar Jackson is just, he's otherworldly. I don't know where this nigga came from. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what they put in the water down there in Florida, but th- he's him. Okay, he's him. And the Steelers are gonna have a long day. So give me the Ravens. Texans and Chargers. See, the Texans, they actually had me a little excited, right? Like, obviously, like they're from Texas, so we don't give a fuck about nothing that they got going down there in Houston. We don't care. We don't care. But last year, them boys started making some noise down there in Houston. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I fuck with CJ. I fuck with Tank Dell. I fuck with Nico Collins. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, okay, I see what they doing. And so I was like, I'm gonna be watching this year. I'm gonna be watching. And I was actually like surprised that they didn't do what I thought they would do this year. And it's crazy because they had I can't remember their coach name right now, but anyway, like him starting out last year, D'Amico Ryans, they didn't have any expectations, and they far exceeded anyone's expectations. And then this year, when the expectations are there, yeah, they was able to get into the playoffs, but it feels like they backed their way into it. I think they're like 10-7, something like that. And I think that it's tough, right? Because CJ Stroud, I feel like he took a step back this year But then I think about like, damn, well, what did he have to deal with? So, obviously they signed Stephon Diggs. He got hurt. Then they have Nico Collins. He got hurt. He missed like 6 games or so. I had him on my fantasy team, so I was struggling during that time. But I ended up making it to the Super Bowl. I got second place. But shout out to Rodney. Oh, motherfucker. But anyway, Nico Collins missed like 6 games, and then Tank Dell is out for the season. So, hopefully he makes a full recovery. But like, it's gonna be a tough one against Lad McConkey and the fucking Chargers. But I mean, if the Texans want to win this game, they gonna have to get a ball to Joe Mixon. Like it's gonna have to be that for them to have a shot. Nico is amazing, but if you know that that's where the ball going, it's gonna be easy to take that away. So I am looking for the Chargers to win that game. All right, now let's move on to my upset alert of the AFC, which might be a little surprising. Broncos versus Bills. I know, I know, I know. Josh Allen is that guy. I know that. James Cook is that guy. I know that too. But the way that Sean Payton got them boys playing in the Mile High City, hey man, say man, they might be able to do something, man. They might be able to do something. I'm not gonna pick them. I'm not picking the Broncos. But if Jaden Daniels hadn't had the season that he had, Bo Nix is definitely rookie of the year. But Jaden Daniels is definitely taking that. But it's crazy because Bo Nix is out there balling. Bo Nix out there motherfucking balling. So I am gonna take the Bills, but I do think that they are on upset alert because they might look over them. So speaking of Josh Allen and the Bills, let's move over to the MVP race. So in the MVP race, I think it comes down to really 3 people, if I'm being honest. It was 4 last week, but because they ain't make it in, got to be out, unfortunately. So it comes down to Saquon. It comes down to Josh Allen, Jackson, and Joe Burrow. Now, anybody that knows me knows I love Joe Burrow. Okay, I don't know why, but Joe Cool, that's my guy, man. Um, like, like I fuck with Joe Cool. So, but and honestly, like he balled, balled this year. But somehow that defense always kept coming up short. Like no matter how many points they put up, the defense just gave up more. And so it's unfortunate, but and I was hoping that they would make it into the playoffs, but because he didn't, I can't see somebody who didn't make the playoffs being MVP. Now I understand how that this is the most valuable, right? So yes, he is the most valuable person to this team because if it wasn't for him and Jamar Chase and T Higgins, Chase Brown, held it down at the running back spot. But this is a whole different team if it's a different quarterback. Put Baker Mayfield on motherfucking on the Bengals, and them boys is four and whatever 4 minus 18 is 4 minus 17 is. They 4 and 13 or some shit. But so I think that he got to be out just because of that. They didn't make the playoffs. Saquon, love you, buddy. I don't. Fuck you, actually. Not as a person, just because you play for the Eagles and you play for the Giants. But I can't take anything away from what he's done this year. I just think that it's not enough to compete with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. So that brings us to the top 2 contenders, in my opinion, for MVP, and it has to go to Lamar Jackson, bro. Like This nigga got like 40 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, some crazy shit like that. And so like somebody could say, well, he got Derrick Henry and like he able to just hand the ball off. He has 40 touchdowns. He's not just handing the ball off, bro. 40 fucking touchdowns and 4 interceptions? Like, what the fuck? He got to win it for the third time. I'm sorry, and that's my only fear is that they gonna pull some bullshit like that. Like, oh well, he's already won it twice. Let's give it to Josh. Like, no, fuck that. He's the best player in the fucking league. So it got and it's bro. This is the craziest part is that we still keep counting out the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. It's like how like it's unfortunate because like he's just been great for so fucking long that you overlook all the things that he does and all the ways that he wins. Like, but Patty, I love you, man. I truly love Pat Mahomes. But this year, man, it's gotta go to Lamar Jackson. So speaking of Pat Mahomes, him just being able to do what he's done, especially over the last 2 years, it's just phenomenal to me. Um, his boy Tyreek Hill decided to move over, take his talents to South Beach, and go play for the Miami Dolphins. His last game, he decides to say, "Hey, it's a wrap. You know, hey, wrap this shit up, B. Wrap that gavel up, B. Like, we donezo here." Where y'all think Tyreek Hill should go, though? I personally feel like his ass should have never left the Chiefs. He really should have never left the Chiefs. And I would like to know, like, really what his reasoning was. Like, you're winning, bro. You're going to get paid regardless. Like, whether you get 110 million or 105 million, like, does it really matter that much? Like, to me, like, it's still you gonna make that up. Or unless you just want to be the man and you know what I'm saying, you want this to be, you want to be out from the shadow of Pat Mahomes and Big Red, like, like, unless that's the thing. But bro, like, I don't know where his landing spot is now. Listen, Jerry, hop on the phone. Hop on the phone, Jerry. See what it take to get it done. See what it take to get it done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now having him and CD and Brandon Cooks, that'll be crazy. That would be fucking crazy. But I don't know where he ends up. I really don't. Somebody gonna get him, obviously. Top top 5 or so receiver in the league. Somebody's gonna get him, but I wonder where. I just don't want him to end up in no stupid shit like Cleveland or no shit like that. Like, man, like he's a star for sure, but I need somebody like shit, the Giants, to go get him with whoever their new quarterback is gonna be and stuff like that. Like, they decided to retain Brian Daboll, so like they gonna have to do something. I like somebody like the Raiders to go get him because they gonna need a quarterback this year too. Any of these teams that's getting a new quarterback, I'd like to see that. But now, does he want to play with somebody with a new quarterback? That's gonna be something too, because he gonna be able to say wherever he want to go. We'll see, we'll see. All right, so let's switch gears to, unfortunately, man. This FS1, Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Acho, Skip Bayless, I don't know the Mr. Dixon, and Miss Faraji. Let's move over to this kind of part of the playground. if you don't know, there has been a 42-page lawsuit filed that has, I think it all is centered around Mish. I don't know how to say her first name. Notion Faraji, something like that. She's a makeup artist, hairstylist for Fox Sports One. And she was Joy Taylor's makeup artist and stuff like that. And she's filed this lawsuit about, but it details, a lot of SA, and a lot of fake my way to the top, if you know what I mean. Okay. And so in this 42-page document, she alleges that Joy Taylor fucked one of the VPs at FS1 to get her spot while she was married at the time. She ends up getting divorced after she sleeps with him to get on there. She sleeps with Emmanuel. She devises this plan to sleep with Emmanuel Acho and to get on the show Speak. And this is all allegedly and according to Miss Faraji. But Miss Faraji says, Joy, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should be having this inappropriate relationship with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Acho at the same time. Because what if they find out about each other? And allegedly, Joy Taylor says, I'll just say he did something. He did that R word to me. We'll just say that. Like if that, if that arises, like, if he's no longer needed, I'm powerful now too. So, like, I'll just say he did that to me. And then I think that, if I'm being honest, like, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't talked to nobody. I don't know nobody. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Joy Taylor. I fuck with Joy Taylor. I like her opinions, and she stand on her shit, and and I really respect what she does. But in my opinion, like, that's nasty if that was said, but I don't know, one way or the other, right? And then in this uh in this 42-page document, she also states that she also alleges that Mr. Dixon groped her at a Christmas party or something like that. And she also alleges that Skip Bayless, my guy, um offered 1.5 milli 1.5 mil to get a taste of that cootie cat. And hey, man, listen, all I can say is I got better things to spend 1.5 on. I ain't saying it didn't happen. I ain't saying it happened, but I'm just saying I got better things to spend 1.5 on. That's all I'm saying, bro. So, people, the memes are going crazy. The old videos of Acho singing Joy's praises and sitting on the couch, and they up on, well, he's under a blanket, but he got his shoes off. He in there barefoot. Now Joy might have it to where you got to take your goddamn shoes off when you come up in my house. And who's to say that he at his house? He might be at his house. Who say that he might not be at her house? I don't know. All I'm saying is, you're looking mighty cozy, my boy. You're looking mighty cozy, my boy. Right? But shit, y'all adults, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that. If I'm being honest, this is my true opinion on all of this. This lawsuit should have been one page. One page. One page. Because Miss Faraji doing a lot of snitching, right? And if Mr. Dixon groped you, and if Mr. Bayless offered you 1.5 for a taste of that cootie cat, you should absolutely sue their ass. Sue them if it happened to you, right? But why the fuck you got to put my name in it? Why the fuck you got? If I'm Joy Taylor, why the fuck you putting my name in it? If I'm Emmanuel Acho, why the fuck you putting my name in it? Why am I in this? Why you just up here just dry snitching on shit? Like, if that's what if I did fuck my way to the top, that's my business. That's my story to tell. Like you fucking up my coin right now. Like what if I got a book I want to sell later on or something? You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't see why you had to put me in this shit. Why like this shit should have been one page. This nigga here tried to touch up on me and all of that, and I was uncomfortable, all of this other shit. And this nigga here tried to offer me 1.5 mil for a taste of this cootie cat. And that's all that the lawsuit should say. Why the fuck you snitching, fam? Why you snitching, fam? Like, leave me out of that. Leave me out of that. So now I gotta go explain to my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife, whatever. Like, I don't know what the fuck this girl talking about. I can just imagine Emmanuel Acho. I don't know what he got going, but like, shit, fam. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, why I gotta be up in that? So, that's my that's my biggest thing is like leave everybody else out of this shit. Like, I ain't got to be a part of that. I ain't got to be a part of it. That's all I got to say on that. And last topic of the show, let's end on a fun note. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, my nigga Gelo taking over the motherfucking rap game. Hey, Double XL, put them on the freshman cover, all right? So if you don't know, I know you've heard the song. You had to hear it. It's been shit. Weathermen are using it in their broadcast. The Lions like, hey, put on that Gelo after they win. Everybody's talking about this song, man. And the craziest part is like when I first heard it, I was like, hey man, that shit kind of jam. I was like, who the fuck is that? And then my nigga Antonio was like, nigga, that's Gelo. Like, whoa, hold on, Gelo who? Not Big Baller Gelo. Yeah, man, that Big Baller Gelo. Oh shit, man, that shit hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now they talking about the remix. They talking about the remix. Who y'all want to see on the remix? That's what I want to know. Who y'all want to see on the remix? I want to see. Give me Boss Man D-Lo. All right, give me Boss Man D-Lo. Give me Moneybag. Give me Young Boy. And I need somebody to represent for our demographic. For, you know what I'm saying, like for them niggas, you know what I'm saying, that was in the club in 2006, 2007, 2008. Give me Boosie, man. Give me Boosie, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my four who I want to see on the remix. I want to know who y'all want to see on the remix. But we appreciate y'all for checking us out, man. I'm gonna get more consistent. I'm gonna get more consistent, okay? I'm gonna actually promote it. I'm gonna post this on my Instagram and and everything, and not just upload it to YouTube and expect people to just watch it, okay? 2025, we gonna be consistent with the Brandon Rose Show. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching. Let me know y'all takes on everything that I say. And we'll see y'all next time.